So in case any of you were wondering why we call December, since we talked about January, it's because it's the 10th month, December, like decimal or decade. It used to be the 10th month. And then a couple of emperors wanted their names on months, and they kind of got mushed into the middle, and it threw off the whole count. We start each calendar year in the depth of winter, just after the solstice. The days have been their shortest, but are slowly lengthening. Nights have been their longest and coldest. So it's a frozen period, gradually emerging into warmth. We approach the dawn and can leave behind last year's worries, fears, pain, bad habits, trespasses against neighbors. Perhaps in 2018 you experienced significant loss of loved ones or friends, of heroes, of hope or confidence. The new year holds possibilities for new and newly appreciated friends, other or new heroes, new projects, and renewed confidence and hope. We can renew and look ahead. The new dawn is breaking. Leaving the depth of winter and starting a new year is our renewal. For the following ceremony, I will be using the adapted words of Erica Hewitt's Releasing the Year Behind Us. The new year calls us forward, filled with mystery. As we turn toward that new year, we take a final glimpse of the past year and reckon with all that it held for us. Upon entering, the ushers and greeters gave you each a piece of dissolving paper, that's the white one, and also a sticky note. If you didn't get either of these, the ushers will kind of be coming around to make sure you got one. The white paper, the dissolving paper, take a moment and reflect on the year behind you. Consider what you might leave behind today, melting it effortlessly so that it changes form and disappears. What part of our lives, what things or ideas or people or ways of living have become obstacles to our becoming the people we want to be, the people that we need to be? What's holding you back? What's getting in the way of you living as fully as you'd like to? What might you melt away? What might you relinquish? Write a word or two on the paper. Nobody will see this except for you, the water, and the universe. So once you have something written on your paper, you can come up to the front or ask an usher greeter for assistance. Place the paper in the bowl. If you'd like to give it a little stir, water will take care of the rest. Take your time. move us forward to this next part where we're to be looking ahead in sort of a joyful, hopeful, inspirational manner. I want to tell you a quick story of a choice I had to make leading up to this. See, some Unitarian Universalist congregations, when they do a version of this ceremony, instead of using water and water-soluble paper, they use flash paper and flame. But this church has burned down before, and so I decided to go with the water ceremony. It's fine, we got through it, spoiler alert. But if you've never taken a close look at the chalice, this chalice did survive that fire. So if you haven't had a chance to look at it closely, maybe you'll have some time this afternoon. So the second part, the looking forward aspirational part, is this Post-it note here that you got. The sticky notes are for you to write your aspirations, resolutions, if you use that word, and hopes for the new year that begins in just a couple of days. Take a minute or two to write a few words to represent those, to remind you next week or next month of the hopes that were sparked this morning. These are also just for you to take with you, maybe stick up somewhere in your house as a reminder. So I'm going to give you a couple of minutes on your own. We're not going to dissolve these in water. Once you're finished with your Post-it note, you can fold it up, put it in a wallet or a purse or a pocket, and come upon it later. Let us look to the new with hope, with curiosity about its many unknowns, and with faith in our strength to navigate it with grace. And before we sing our closing hymn, I'd like to do a reading called The New Year's Wish by one of my favorite authors, Neil Gaiman. Be kind to yourself in the year ahead. Remember to forgive yourself and to forgive others. It's too easy to be outraged these days, so much harder to change things, to reach out, to understand. Try to make your time matter. Minutes and hours and days and weeks can blow away like dead leaves, with nothing to show but time you spent not quite ever doing things, or time you spent waiting to begin. Meet new people and talk to them. Make new things and show them to people who might enjoy them. Hug too much, smile too much, and when you can, love,